Raw Edge Applique is a great technique for making a quick project. You just need a few supplies to get started, such as scraps of fabric, a paper heart pattern, pins, thread, pencils, scissors for cutting, and maybe you'll decide to use glue to hold that down. I like to starch my fabric to make it easier to work with and to help keep the fraying down, but this isn't necessary. There are many ways to transfer your pattern to your fabric. I think this is the easiest. Here's my heart pattern cut out of paper. I've transferred this to cardboard, but it's okay just to use paper, but cardboard might be a little bit easier. Trace around this heart on the wrong side of the fabric, and then I'll cut it out. I folded and pressed my background pieces to help me center my heart on this crease. And let's see, maybe it'll come down a little. And now I'm ready to pin. If you find the pins get in your way, you might want to try a washable glue stick. Just put the glue on the back of your heart, doesn't have to be a whole lot, and then put some on the background fabric. Line up your heart on that crease and press. And now you're ready to stitch. You can stitch this by hand, but I'm going to do it on the sewing machine. This contrasting thread will add a decorative touch and help you see a little bit better. But you can use matching thread if you don't want the stitches to stand out. I like my stitches to be a little bit larger than normal, like top stitching, but this also is your call. Sometimes if the stitches are too tight, you'll get puckering, so that's why I like to use a larger stitch length. First, I pull my thread up. I like both the bobbin thread and the top thread to be up on top. Up. And now I'm ready to stitch. Start stitching about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. But that's up to you. You can stitch in closer. There I go. When I get to the curve, I put my needle down and I lift. Needle down, lift. Needle down, lift. The reason why I do this is if I continue just stitching, often this fabric on top starts pulling and it gets all bunched up. So it's better to go slow, needle down, lift. When I've traveled all the way around the heart, lock those stitches by back stitching. I've clipped all my threads and here's my appliqué heart. On this heart, the red kind of gets in the background. I'm okay with that, but you might want to use your pattern to sort of interview the fabric before you place it on there if that bothers you. I also want to add a word of caution about raw edge applique. If you wash these hearts, the edges will fray, so you need to use a different applique technique if you don't want fraying. Raw edge applique has been used on this elephant. You'll notice on the tail that there's a lot of fraying, so the more it's handled, the more fraying you'll get. This elephant's body has been made with freezer paper applique, so you can see that the edging is much crisper and neater than this, and this will stand up for washing. I do hope you try out this method. It's pretty easy and it's a great project to get the kids involved. Send us photos of your work. To learn about different types of applique, check out the other videos in this series. Visit learnhowtoquilt.com, beginner basics, and click on the applique section. Please share with your friends.